please take your coffee.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Prithvi.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming for the... Oh, fuck my life. Okay. So, Prithvi, thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you.
Coffee with Christopher.
Thank you.
The one and only show that is worth drinking coffee with. I have a few questions.
Yep.
Alright, so I've heard your father is a bodybuilder and he has trained...
Yeah, basically he's an agriculture officer.
Okay.
But his passion is in bodybuilding also, apart from having a lot of other sports.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been in this industry, in the fitness industry, from the past around 40 years.
Okay.
So he has produced a lot of Mr. Universes, Mr. India,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of bodybuilders.
Alright.
And so at one point of time in the 80s, he was a bodybuilder.
Mm-hmm.
He was Mr. Assam. Then he competed in the Mr. India competition also,
Mm-hmm.
wherein he was 4th, I guess. Yeah.
Asha, alright.
Yeah.
So for example, let's say we have a guy, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or a girl,
Yeah.
alright. She or he wants to lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
alright. So what general tips do you have? Just general, let's not go into detail. We'll go into detail a little bit later, but
Yeah.
abhi just surface mein kya?
Actually, to lose weight, the basic funda is you have to have a calorific deficit.
Okay.
Okay. So the average calories that we intake is around 2000 calories per day.
Mm-hmm.
So according to a body weight, and you have to maintain a high protein and a low fat diet.
Okay.
And the main thing is that you have to include a lot of fibers to it, so that you don't just lose this fallacy is there, if you lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
then we lose only the fat, but no, actually we lose the muscles also,
Okay.
and that we don't want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need those muscles, but only the fat we need to lose. So for that we need to incorporate a lot of fibers in our diet, such as oats. Then we get roughage from a lot of things like bananas.
Mm-hmm.
These things should be included.
Included in the diet. So this is general talk.
Yeah.
And people have this kind of an understanding that the more amount of intake
Mm-hmm.
is there, and the amount of output that is there, right?
Yeah.
That should be balanced, right? But many of them are let's not eat at all for a long time, and then I might lose weight. Is that a healthy way, or?
No, that's actually counterproductive, because if we go in a fast, and if we think that whenever we are in a fasting state,
Mm-hmm.
then whenever we eat the food, then after that the metabolism is hindered in our body.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest those people to get small kind of meals, small meals throughout the day, instead of putting one meal in the whole day.
They should have a constant intake, which is better. Okay, so now what do you say? If you talk about green tea,
Yeah.
so green tea is pretty much popularized.
Mm-hmm.
जैसे ये पी लो अभी वजन घटा लो.
Yeah.
So I mean, is that actually true? Because many people, I see them, they've been using green tea for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still where they are. बात क्या है?
Green tea alone won't lead to weight loss or something like that. These are just myths, and some people say lemon and honey पीने से weight loss हो जाता है. ऐसा नहीं होता. But the thing is, green tea, if you drink I do green tea first thing in the morning. So if you drink green tea, then it boosts your metabolism.
अच्छा.
And metabolism is the key. If you have the proper metabolism, then that will lead to breakdown of the food, whatever you take. So metabolism ठीक रहेगा तो ultimately that leads to fat loss in the long run. But ऐसा नहीं है कि green tea पीने से ही fat loss होगा. That's a myth.
When we talk about steroids, so obviously for a fact everyone knows that steroids aren't healthy.
Pretty much involved. In the bodybuilding industry, it's pretty much involved. Not only in bodybuilding, in any sports we see steroids. I would say anabolics, they are involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do they do exactly? How do they affect?
Exactly, steroids. Actually, steroids like prednisolone, dapsone, these kind of steroids are corticosteroids. They are actually used in many medical conditions. But we are not talking about that. Obviously, in sports, we are talking about PEDs, or performance enhancing drugs.
Okay.
So these are such as Winstrol, Trenbolone acetate, DACA, Dianabol. These are the steroids. These are also known as anabolic steroids. So they like they helps in testosterone in our body, like testosterone synthesis, and some steroids like that. There are different anabolic drugs. Some helps in like reducing the muscle fatigue that we have during the exercises. So those ultimately help, but actually they like in the long run it's totally detrimental to our body. So we should totally abstain ourselves from steroids. Completely abstain ourselves from these anabolic steroids. And in many gyms we see आजकल तो गली गली में steroid दे देते हैं लोगों को, बोलते हैं कि मेरा body नहीं बन रहा है, तो बोलते हैं like ये ले लो, गोली ले लो.
लेकिन अभी बॉडी बनाने के लिए तो स्टेरॉइड लेना ही पड़ेगा ना उतना,
नहीं पड़ेगा, it's not necessary.
Then how do people have, you know, that kind of a build, you know, if you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, actually the thing is, if we go back to the 60s and 50s, in those days these anabolic steroids were not used.
Okay.
Alright, so at that point of time we don't see people like Phil Heath, Jay Cutler, these kind of bodybuilders that we see now.
Okay.
Those ripped and humongous kind of physiques we don't see at that point of time.
Oh, all right.
That is all because of like they were mostly natural. They were naturally thing. So first thing, we shouldn't compare to these Instagram models or bodybuilders. So
they're misleading us, you're saying?
Definitely they're misleading us.
Acha.
In the long run, you don't want bigger biceps at the cost of smaller testicles, do you? No, right?
Alright, so how women also take it, right? Women, steroids, do that?
Yeah, it's increasing in women also.
Acha, so how does it affect them? I mean, it just affects them by their own fertility?
Yeah, so most of them...
So it's basically fertility that it affects steroids?
Not only that.
Acha.
The basic thing that will occur, the first thing that will occur that is visible is this is known as roid rage.
Roid rage.
Okay. That is like if you take these anabolic steroids, then you're like very much angry at like angry रहते लोग. So कुछ भी अगर ठीक नहीं चल रहा है, they smash things and all. So the thing is then वो सब होता है, acne होता है पूरे body में. You get acne, then low libido.
Okay, अच्छा.
The sex life is totally lost. Then obviously like women में क्या होता है, hair growth होता है बहुत ज़्यादा, moisture starts to come up. These things the bodybuilders they won't tell, they hide these things.
Okay, so but लेकिन वो देते हैं सब.
हाँ करते हैं, अंदर ही अंदर तो हो रहा है.
अंदर अच्छा. So is it legal to like buy it from any pharmacy and just
See, the thing is to take it without the prescription of doctors is not legal.
Acha.
But then again, over-the-counter drugs such as Dianabols and all are pretty much they're in pharmacies. Yeah, they're used.
Acha. So basically, our conclusion is that steroids are shit.
Total shit. Yeah.
Don't even take a chance.
The main thing is people think that we'll get 1 महीने में body बन जाएगा, 2 महीने में body बन जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Fitness is not a 100-meter sprint. It's a marathon. It's always meant to be a marathon.
Let's talk about these people who are wanting to get some weight. Matlab these people who are like pretty much thin, right? They want to increase their weight. So how are they going to do it? What do you think they should be doing?
I would suggest don't go on this like crash diet kind of things. Increase your calorific intake. You don't have to calculate these things. I don't like believe in calculating and all. For example, अगर कोई hostel में है वो calculate करके थोड़ी देखेगा कितना calories ले रहा हूँ, ऐसा नहीं है. But वही है, थोड़ा calorie को increase करो and just get your blood moving, man. Just do something. Get
exercise
started.
You mean?
Yeah.
Keep exercising and
ऐसा नहीं है कि और कुछ भी नहीं खाना है. There's a very big myth is that calories count करके उतना फायदा नहीं है. Why? Because calorie from a Coke is different. And that from an apple or a banana is different. So पहले लोग क्या सोचते थे, nowadays these researchers are coming up, पहले लोग क्या सोचते थे, कैलोरी बस इतना amount of calorie लेना है, वो कहीं से भी लो. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Healthy calories we should intake. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोक लेके उसमें around 130 calories are there in diet coke, I guess. वो लेने ऐसे कोई फायदा नहीं है. तो वो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. Healthy calories we should intake.
So healthy calories should be taken in like in this one, maintain the this one. So now when we talk about healthy calories, अभी Indian food में सुबह क्या खाना चाहिए? अभी देखो इधर तो क्या कॉमन है, दाल चावल एंड देन पूरी डोसा एंड चिकन, यहाँ कभी फिश, ये सब मिलेगा यहाँ पे और ये सब लोग खाते हैं. अच्छा, so at this point of a time, like I mean, here, looking at situations over here, and I'm not talking about, all those omega-3 fatty acids and all those, the pills that people take and etc., or different kind of tablets people take with a supplement, whatever. I'm just saying that, with what is there, can it be possible
It's definitely
to
possible.
get a good body?
It's definitely possible, yeah.
So how do you think a person should, intake these things, and what do you think? So I just want a diet chart from you. I want a diet plan from you. Let's take
तो
this.
इस podcast में बताना आसान नहीं होगा, but I'll just give a brief.
Yeah, just give a brief.
Yeah, sure. Like, let's be practical over here. So if we see most of the Indian youths, they are like hostelers, or they're staying away from their home, और उनके पास इतना ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं है. So if you focus on those students kind of guys, so उसमें like first thing in the morning you can have green tea to boost your metabolism, and I would suggest 3 to 4 glasses of water. Lukewarm water is preferable. 3 to 4 glasses of water, that's very, very essential. If you don't you can even refrain from this green tea thing, but do incorporate this water thing.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm water.
अच्छा,
3 to 4 glasses, it helps a lot. कोई भी पेट का बीमारी है, कुछ भी है, डाइजेशन में काम नहीं कर रहा है, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. 3 to 4 glasses of water first thing in the morning before brushing.
अच्छा.
Before brushing, why? Because the good bacteria that we need, those gets into our
अच्छा, gut and attacks is this one. ठीक है. Then after that
you can have oats.
After how many hours? I mean, okay, that's just breakfast only, basically. Breakfast. So yeah.
So यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं the breakfast should be like India में ऐसा culture है, the food pattern that we follow is pyramidal.
Okay.
In India, that is breakfast ऐसा होता है, उसके बाद थोड़ा सा lunch ज़्यादा होगा और dinner बहुत बड़ा होगा. Dinner में हम लोग chicken, mutton सब खा लेते हैं. That thing needs to change. देखो Indian diet बहुत ही wholesome diet है. These rotis, then this chole bhature, these are good only, but the thing is हमें इस pyramidal diet को inverted pyramid करना है. That is, the breakfast should be king size. Okay, the lunch should be average size, like little less than the breakfast, and dinner we
the least minimum.
Least. Yeah, dine like a pauper, that we say, like a pauper.
Oh, अच्छा. So do you like hot or do you like cold?
As in
do you like hot or do you like cold?
like beverages, or what do you mean?
I'm just asking, like, do you like hot or do you like cold?
Hot as in I like hot weather.
अभी क्या आइसक्रीम बन जाएगा ये, पी ले. So yeah, cool. We got our information about that. But what about we have to continue with lunch. So what lunch do you suggest then?
So breakfast तो हो गया, जिसमें oats, bananas, then oats में fiber आ गया, banana में healthy carbs आ गया.
अच्छा.
And if you can have rice और दाल अगर एक साथ खा सकते हो, या just 1 ounce of rice, that's enough.
अच्छा, ठीक है, हाँ.
ठीक है. Then for lunch वही normal जो बनता है, भात दाल और भात सांबर, whatever you have. Then try incorporating fish or chicken. Fish is very essential to get this omega-3 and all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
And dinner में जो कि मैं यहाँ पे stress करना चाहता हूँ, dinner में बहुत ज़्यादा मत खाइए आप लोग. Okay, dinner में you can get a bowl of oats also, oats and fruits. That's also okay. Or you can have roti and any sabzi or dal, whatever you want.
अच्छा.
But rice should be abstained in dinner. Okay, because rice is fast-releasing carbohydrate. And fast-releasing carbohydrate we don't need during the dinner time, because at that point of time our metabolism like leads like heads back, और हम sleeping process में रहते हैं, वहाँ पे इतना ज़्यादा catabolism we don't need. So for that we don't need a lot of fast-releasing carbs. If we have a lot of rice during dinner, then वो क्या होता है, जाके fat में convert हो जाते हैं body में.
Rice.
तो वही problem है. हाँ, अगर flat tummy चाहिए तो बेसिक फंडा यही है कि राइस को एब्सटेन करो रात में.
ठीक है. अभी
रोटी नहीं तो ओट्स.
अभी तो फिर ये जो पिरामिड है वो तो सेम रहेगा, ये जो लोग थिन है, करेक्ट ना? सो पीपल हु आर लाइक थिन, they want to gain weight, so the pyramid stays constant. It's not an inverted pyramid for them. It's not an inverted pyramid for them, right?
Like inverted pyramid it should be the breakfast zyada.
If it's an inverted pyramid, then they're doing the same thing what these people are doing. Like I'm asking you, like they want weight, they want to gain weight. If you know what I'm trying to say.
They want to gain weight, so instead of getting 2 bananas, they should have 4 bananas. बस वो इंक्रीज करना है, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली पिरामिड
तो सेम रहना चाहिए,
सेम रहेगा, हाँ
वो तो सेम है,
तो सेम है,
लेकिन दूसरा ठीक है, पिरामिड का बात हो गया, तो अभी पानी